What in the world happened here? Oh, it's Monday already. I've lost track of time. Make sure you guys smash the and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on mine Castlin. Sorry, we can't say that. That's inappropriate. Mine Castlin. So what's going on with this card today? You know what people figured out? We lost Geonator transfers. They're such a shame, such a sad thing. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Switch control of that monster and this card. If the sync or summon card is sent to the graveyard, target one monster on each side of the field and switch control of those monsters. Is this how we're doing this? Is this how we've developed an idea? We're just going to use this as a replacement for Geonator transfers, sir. Well, that's what the discussions are looking like right now. As you have seen, the OCG ban list came through here and eradicated a lot of FTKs. But because the current state of, a certain toon deck, many more FTKs have now popped up. Now, are they as consistent, as reliable as the others? Well, I don't know. But the point is here, I have read a good couple of posts talking about mine Castlin being a enabler for FTKs now. And am I surprised about that? No, not at all. Mine Castlin was a card that we've already alternatively looked at as being a tool to provide us with, more necessary options to kind of clear out the game. So I guess going forward here, depending on how combos develop, depending on how, future exploration develops within these metas, we'll determine what this is going to do. Which brings us to dear old Dark Eradicator Warlock. You hit Starving Venom. You hit the Hydra Drive. And you hit Geonator. Where's Dark Eradicator Warlock? Oh, you actually probably believed that no one was going to remember this one. Dark Eradicator Warlock was one of the very first FTKs that was shown with Toon's development. But it just ended up getting kind of tossed to the side because it was much more reliable and consistent to go down the other side of the FTK train, which, once again, isn't necessarily probably incorrect. It's just one of those situations that you look at and you go, okay, are we getting the appropriate results that we want? Is it worth it to play Dark Eradicator Warlock? It didn't get hit. So, judging on that consideration, it's probably safe to pick up, honestly, anything related to the FTKs. Bishop Vulcan, I think, is still a candidate to be discussed. I've not seen people, switching to fire selling mode just yet. To be fair, it's only been, 24 hours since, the storm gates have, gone off. So I guess it's entirely possible that things could shift around at a little bit of a later date. But from where I'm sitting right now, people, it's, I don't know. As I'm down here grabbing, things I've forgotten about in terms of, things. Remember, just because there's an FTK does not mean that you shouldn't stay hydrated and drink your Wawa. All right, Wawa is good. The chess archetype. So, this is a kind of pre-sale update, honestly. Looking at Chaos Origins, we do get to look into how the pre-sales are performing for these stores. We get to see, if something's sold out, well, that means that, it's performed beyond expectations. The chess archetype got wiped out. Now, I also want to point out that the chess archetype has been probably the most bipolar reaction I've seen from this community on anything in a hot second. Half of the community looks at the chess archetype and they're like, this is literal garbage. Who wants to play this dog shit? And the other half of the community is like, FTK, FTK, FTK. They're innovating with the chess. I have seen I honestly think that the chess deck has been probably one of the most innovative things that we have come up with in a long time. And I think the fact that the chess deck has been sold out a couple of times is just telling me that people are looking at this archetype and their brains are processing and going, this is absolutely amazing. And that's what I like to hear. I like to see that, whatever developments are coming out with chess as a whole is absolutely doing wonders for this game. So a little bit of just an update there. The chess archetype, or Angeliki, is doing great in terms of, turnover, sales. I honestly am I'm surprised. I am. Don't ever listen to this community on half the things they say, man. They're pretty terrible. It's amazing to me. It's so bad, but yeah, it's performing so well. Ooh, Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon. Why is this card $80? Remember, back in my day, this was a $50 card. 50 quatlus. You could get these. And nobody was batting an eye at it. $50 is too expensive. They're $80 now. Take a second to think about that. The Ecclesia Synchro has shattered my expectations into probably one of the more disgusting price points that we've seen in modern era times. And what do you want me to tell you? Oh, it's a bad card. You don't need it. No, you need it. No, it's pretty important. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you don't need it when, if you're playing anything with that engine, you're going to want it. Yeah, it's that important. Yeah. I think you can thank a lot of the Mind Shuffle deck for this too. Chaos Origins is sneak peek is this weekend. We're going to be seeing a lot of this set really pushing down to the ground. And I think, as that kind of process is through and, we do see, things coming through with this, well, it's going to be incredible, to say the incredible Ecclesia. Confirm. No, just kidding. But yeah, I don't know, man. The branded package, it's just become so expensive. And, Fallen of Whites were already obliterated. Now the Ecclesia is going with it for generic access, Another card for you to fling off of Fallen and Virtuous. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is expensive. Just go take the idea, domain format, and work with it. It's the best you can do. Which brings us to Ryzeal. I don't know if you've paid attention. We saw a couple weeks back that Ryzeal cards just poofed off of the market. They, for whatever reason, people just started going, today's the day I'm going to pick up Ryzeal cards. And they started pushing upwards. And they've not really repopulated. There's no rhyme or reason for this. I know Mitsurugi Ryzeal kind of had like a half week of discussion about being viable again, but that was about it. We didn't really get the chance to see anything else come with that. So kind of going forward, I don't know what to say about the Ryzeal stuff. You're not really at a place you're going to get another reprint for this anytime soon, because it's not going to happen. There's just not really a place for Konami to put this. So, we just kind of in one of those weird situations where it's like, is it actually going to work out? I mean, I don't know. The point of these What in the World Happened videos is to bring you up to speed on, stupid things that are happening or you might have missed, or, some interaction that is going to be challenging things here in the future. And given the current climate of things, I mean, there's a lot. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.